Hello viewers, Fat Murdering Nathan Drake here, and today we will be earning my 14th Platinum Trophy. So there's actually 3 trophies that we need to do to actually get the Platinum here. Let me just scroll down real quick. We need to get Hangman, which is kill 20 enemies with gunfire while hanging, get 20 kills with the Desert 5, and I believe it's 30 kills, yep, 30 kills with the M79, and that's what we're going to be accomplishing. We need 3 of those to earn the Platinum, so that's what we are going to be doing in this to earn the 14th Platinum for my Lifestealer 58 account. Now, just to clarify things, I'm also going to take the time to basically discuss my thoughts on this game, what the hardest trophy was to earn, you know, this compared to other games, what was the level of difficulty in this and stuff like that, and also talk about in-game statistics, like how many hours this actually took me, how many enemies I killed, how many times I died, etc. So just to let you all know, the reason why I look so weird and also why I have such overpowered weapons is because I actually have tweaks enabled, and what that does, I'm trying to get myself from hanging here, but apparently Fat Nathan Drake is struggling, because I want to get the Hangman trophy. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh, Nathan, please. Do it for me. No, not like that. I want him to hang the other way. This is not going well so far. Okay, well that works. Okay, well, good start. Anyways, though, I'm going to give a full discussion for everything about this game, and hopefully we can actually get the Platinum. Okay, so do this. Okay, there we go. Now we're hanging. Okay, so I have one-shot kills and infinite ammo, and that's because I have a tweak unlocked since I beat the game on the hardest difficulty available, which was Crushing, which is why my weapons are so overpowered and stuff, why I'm able to instantly kill people. So, yeah, that is why I'm doing it. So I'm using the Desert 5 right now in hopes to get the 20 kills, and I'm also, the reason why I was hanging there was just because of, oh great, my phone's ringing. Hang on one sec. Alright, and we are back. I want to try it. No, 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 get back on hanging. Nathan! Nathan! Oh my gosh, fine. You know what? We'll just go for that. There's nowhere that I can hang on here, is there? Can I hang on this thing? Nope. I also promise I will not tell any spoilers about the series, so you can feel free to watch this, don't be spoiled. I purposely picked this level not because I enjoy it or because there's a lot of enemies. I know of a level that has a lot of enemies, however I wanted to get video footage of me actually doing it. So that is why I picked this level. Okay, so this is a good spot because there's a lot of enemies here, you can hang here and stuff, so that is why we are here. But I will give some spoilers, because I want to give my full and honest opinion of the game. Okay, this is good. This is hanging. This should give us Desert 5 kills. I want to give my full opinion on the game with spoilers, but I'll put that at the very end, so don't worry, and I'll give a huge spoiler warning. But I want to be able to freely discuss this with everyone else who's played the game, you know? But anyways, I don't want to move out of this spot, because I want to keep hanging. I could just reload the checkpoint, which I might do. So let's reset the checkpoint here. Alright, yeah, let's just do that, and then we'll keep doing the same thing over and over again. We only need 20, so we're probably very close. I'm gonna die from this fall damage. Whoops. Forgot that I can't survive fall damage. Believe it or not, even though I keep dying, I've actually beat this game on the hardest difficulty. Actually, no, Brutal's the hardest, yeah, Brutal's the hardest difficulty, but you don't unlock that until you complete the game. Alright, so climb up here, jump down, there we go. Okay, kill that guy. Okay, there's 1. Shoot him, 2. 3. How many more kills do I need with this weapon? 3, 4. Come on. 5. No, 5. How do I not have the trophy? This is actually making me mad. Resetting the checkpoint. Hang on, let me check. Oh, 15. Okay, we should need 5 more. So we should need 5 more, then we actually get the trophy. Alright, so let's count this down. Oh my gosh, I did it. Did it again. Did it again. Alright. Don't worry, I got this. I got this. Alright, there you go. Hang. Hang there, Nathan. Okay. Boom. 5, 4, 3. Oh, I got the Hangman. Okay, so there's 1 trophy. Alright, now we need... I believe we need 1 more kill with this weapon, then we have it. Come on, shoot him. Where's he at? There he is. Pop your head out, boy. There we go. Yep, there we go. And we need... our last one will be... let's reset checkpoint. We're gonna have to do this a few times. Then we go to bonuses. go to rewards, we go to weapon select. So this is all the stuff you unlock for completing pretty much everything in the game. Here's the last thing. We need 30 total kills with this. I don't know how many total kills I have. I feel like I probably have like just like 3 more to go for. But it doesn't matter whether we're hanging. So let's just chill up here and do this. Okay, so there's one. There we go. We got it. Platinum? Platinum? Come on. Stop shooting me. Hey, boy. Hey! It's finished. Alright. Platinum trophy. Alright, let's quit. No need to save, because it's saved already, all the stuff. Alright, so right here, we're going to take a look at in-game statistics. Then I'm going to get over to... Well, actually, let me start off by saying, what do I think of this game? I'm going to actually go here so it's not as loud with music. Overall, without saying spoilers, I would say this game, I would rate it probably like 7 out of 10. The storyline was definitely had some interesting parts in it. Again, don't want to spoil it at all. But I enjoyed the storyline. I felt like the game was kind of repetitive, and I personally would have liked more puzzle solving. And I haven't played Uncharted 2, 3, or 4. But personally, I kind of enjoyed the puzzle solving because it was something unique, and it just felt like you actually were doing what Nathan Drake's goal was. I felt like it was a little repetitive. Also, you could tell, I'm not sure, but it felt like a low-budget game just due to the fact that it repeated a lot of the levels just at like different times, you know, like you fought in the same environments. So overall, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Storyline was actually really good. I just felt like it was a little repetitive in my opinion, but hopefully 2, 3, and 4 aren't as repetitive. I also felt like the controls in this game weren't that good either. I felt like they were a little clunky, but again, who knows, maybe in 2, 3, and 4 they'll be better. Anyways, though, that's my opinion. So let's take a look at in-game statistics. So options... no, it's not options, it's bonuses, isn't it? Yep, statistics, okay. So, this is, I beat it on, crushing, which is the only difficulty you need for the platinum. Total enemies defeated, most enemies defeated in a streak without failing, 90, that's actually surprising. Checkpoints failed or restarted, 458. I was playing on one of the hardest difficulties, which is why I died so much. Shots fired. Hit ratio, well, at the end, with one-shot kills, I literally just ran around, sprayed and prayed. So, originally, though, I checked, and my hit ratio was about 50% before I kind of let go of that. Headshots performed in a row and blind. I really want to know how many hours I spent, because that's the most interesting part of this. My most used weapon was definitely a 94, I believe, or the pistol. Hand-to-hand, that's a lot more than I expected. Let's see. Grenades thrown. Time spent. Okay, 17 hours, 21 minutes, and 49 seconds. I spent 1 hour and 15 seconds standing. That doesn't make any sense. That must include pause time, too. I hope. That makes no sense just standing still. Time spent running, kilometers ran, blah, blah, blah. Number of times you took cover, time spent in cover. Yeah, you spend a lot of time in cover in the hardest difficulty. But yeah, I think generally if someone was better at video games than I am, it probably would have taken them maybe like 15 hours. But, you know, that's pretty quick platinum. Anyways, though, so there is that. Let's go check out all the trophies and take a discussion on which one was hardest. As you can see, it says here 88% complete, but that's because they had like DLC trophies or whatever of other special bonus stuff. I don't think I'm going to do this because I'm kind of like meh. And also, I did this one, complete continuous speedrun as Donut Drake. I did this one, but apparently didn't register. Alright, so let's just go in. Can I organize these by sort by... Earn date, let's do that. You know what, we'll just do original, we'll keep it original. So here's the platinum, obviously not much to say about here. Easy, normal, and hard, crushing. I feel like I need to censor the pictures just in case that leads to a spoiler. I'll probably censor that. But as you can see, I earned them all about a minute apart, and that's because my first playthrough of ever doing the game, I did it on Crushing, which was the hardest difficulty. Therefore, since I already beat it on Crushing, the game gave me hard, normal, and easy trophies as well, due to the fact that, like, I think they just think if someone can beat it on the hardest difficulty available to earn for the trophy, then they can obviously beat it on hard, and obviously beat it on normal, and obviously beat it on easy. So I'm glad they aren't one of those people where you need to beat every single difficulty on its own, so thank goodness for that. The treasures were definitely one of the hardest collectibles to find. I actually watched a video on where they all were. I didn't find them legitimately. Well, technically it is if you're watching a YouTube video. You're finding them still. But the thing is I don't know how someone could find them legitimately, because they're literally just these tiny treasure chests hidden in like bushes and stuff. They're so hard to find. And it would have been impossible for me to find these legitimately like that. But these would have been very hard. I've had other games like Ratchet and Clank where you collect gold bullets. Those are actually pretty easy to find, in my opinion. You just need to take a random pathway or, search in a really weird spot. Headshots were always easy. In hard game or difficult games where you're playing on a difficult game mode, you always want to try and aim for the chest or head, obviously, to kill them faster. And I've gotten a lot of practice from other campaigns and stuff of getting platinum trophies because, as I've said, this is my 14th platinum trophy. You kind of train yourself to aim better at that in campaigns. It's a lot harder in multiplayer because you can predict what AIs are doing compared to random people. Side shots that I just got all these randomly. Brutal combo. I was a little confused what brutal combo was, but I just once I figured it out, it was easy. Brutal expert, kill 5 enemies in a row with a brutal combo. That one was pretty easy. I just did that on the first level. Triple dynamite. I actually got this on accident. Triple Dynamite Master, that one was pretty easy. You just need to know where to do it. Hangman, that's the one that we just got. This is the grenade Hangman. Same thing, only do it with grenades. Run and Gunner, obviously, most of these were earned pretty much in one playthrough without me even trying to go for it. This one was actually a lot harder. I think this should have been at least a silver, and that's kill 10 enemies in a row with a single punch after weakening them with gunfire. So basically, you need to shoot the enemy and then instantly punch them to kill them. And do that 10 times in a row. You can't reset a checkpoint or anything. You'll lose your count if you reset it. I definitely think this was a lot harder than a bronze trophy. But it took some time. Sometimes I would just shoot an enemy and they would die instantly. Sometimes I would shoot an enemy once, punch them, they wouldn't die. Sometimes I would shoot an enemy twice, they wouldn't die, and punch them. It just was really weird and unpredictable. This one took me many tries. Master Ninja, kill 50 enemies while melee attacking behind. I feel like they could have made this a gold one. It was just a lot of grinding because there's not very many places that you do stealth stuff. I literally just reset a checkpoint and killed one enemy 50 times. That's pretty much all I did. I don't know how I earned this with crushing difficulty, but I earned this through the first playthrough that I got. That one was just shocking. I think the most I killed in a row was like 98. These are simple. You just need the weapons, and you pretty much unlock all the weapons at the end through the weapon select feature. So these were all pretty easy. This one I actually kind of got by accident. I just enabled it, and you just activate it. And then you get to the time runs. So here you have Chapter 5, you have Chapter 12, and then you have Chapter 16. The interesting thing is Chapter 12, oh my word, this one was the easiest speed run. I did this in 2 tries, and that's because the first try I was just careless and died. This one was a little harder, but I didn't really know my way around the map and didn't play it very smart. So this one took me about 3 tries. This one was actually kind of difficult. This one probably took me maybe 11 or 12 tries to do this speed run. And the reason why was because, well, one, it's kind of like a maze. It's kind of confusing because it's not like a straightforward narrow pathway that you follow. You kind of just need to figure out your way around. So that took some time getting used to. But also, the first time I did it, you need to get in 7 minutes, as it says. But I actually got my first where I went from beginning to end, not my first playthrough period, but beginning to end. My record was 7 minutes, 11 seconds. But I noticed on one of the parts of the level, there was like this little platform. I'm like, that looks like it can be used as a shortcut. So I tried it, and it actually worked. And then I tried it again, and then it didn't work. And I needed to try and figure out a pattern to how to use that glitch to finish it sooner. So I practiced that over and over again, hence which is why it took me probably 11 or 12 tries. But once I finally got it, my time was 6 minutes and 11 seconds just because of that shortcut. And also it was kind of hard because, you'd think you would kill all of the enemies and stuff in this. I actually just killed like probably 10 enemies and just ran past them all to actually get the time. So it would have been, I think, impossible to kill all the enemies and finish it within 7 minutes. So this one was not like insanely difficult, but definitely difficult. Let's go back to the top. Up here, right here, you have crushing. I just want to talk about that. Was this the hardest game I've ever had to complete in a campaign? For me, no. I think well, generally the platinums, the weird thing is the platinums I've earned have either been through multiplayer or been through a game that doesn't actually have difficulty. Like Ratchet and Clank 1 doesn't have a difficulty option. You play what the game offers you. But I would say the hardest difficulty I've ever played in was Starhawk. I remember this one level, it was like the second to last one. Ironically, I always feel like especially in this game too, the second to last levels or the last few levels are actually harder than the last level. Um, but Starhawk, that one was actually absolutely insane how difficult that was. Because what happens is they would have like ships flying above you, and you need to build stuff to destroy the ships. But then all of a sudden you have enemies, and you have nothing built to destroy the enemies walking on the ground. I remember I struggled with that one. That one probably took me like 6 hours just to complete that one level. That was a nightmare. But overall, this wasn't too bad. It was more time consuming than difficult. Also, the interesting thing is the last level was way easier than I expected. It's the first part. It was separated into 3 checkpoints. The first checkpoint I probably did in like maybe like 6 times, and that's because I didn't position where I was fighting the fights properly. The second checkpoint took me 2 tries, and the third checkpoint took me 2 tries as well. And I thought the ending was going to be like really complex to do, but the ending was extremely simple. I was actually shocked once I got to the end. I'm like, that's all it took to complete. All right, so I just want to see how many days this took me. Obviously, we know the hours, but what was the first trophy? Sort by earn date. Okay, so if we go all the way to the bottom, I started this 4/17. That's whenever I started it, and I earned the platinum on 4/26. So in less than 10 days, I've gotten this platinum. And the reason why I was able to do this was because I haven't really been playing online much. I'm actually sick right now as I'm speaking. Like, my throat is killing me. But, I had a lot of spare time because I don't feel up to playing with you guys, to be honest, because I like talking with you all. So that's why I did this in about 10 days, in about 17 hours, which really isn't that bad. That's like, what? That's less than 2 hours a day? No, it's 9 days. Still, it's less than 2 hours a day. I probably spent 2 hours a day playing this game. So yeah, it really wasn't that bad. Um, yeah, I'm very happy to have another platinum. It's been a while since I've earned the last platinum. I believe the last platinum was, let me see. I have so many random downloaded free games. Wait, I have Uncharted. Oh, right, I downloaded Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception on the PS3 because of the multiplayer, the free multiplayer. Where is it? I can't find it. Yeah, you see all the platinums, but I could have gotten the platinum in Portal 2, but one of the trophies you need a friend that's never played the game before. Here it is, The Walking Dead. Okay, when did I earn this one? 3/7. Wow, so over a year ago I earned this. Dang. Okay. That was a lot longer than I thought. I thought it was maybe like 6 months ago. But yeah, it's been quite a while since I've finished this. Now, spoiler warning, because I want to talk about the storyline and my thoughts about the game for the people who have actually played the storyline and know how it ends. So this is a spoiler alert. Do not continue watching this video at this point unless you've played the game and you want to hear my thoughts on it. So you have been warned. I will be discussing the storyline in 3, 2, 1, and you're going to be spoiled. Okay. Anyways, as I said, I actually like the storyline. The plot twists to me were like really, really like, oh, whoa, I did not expect that. But at the same time, just kind of puzzling because it felt like they really were going for the realistic feel of the game. But then all of a sudden, you had like these zombies or like the undead. I think they called them demons. That was just out of the blue. And I know that they wanted the treasure to be cursed as a storyline. And again, that was quite a plot twist. But at the same time, it was just kind of like one of those things. You know how like a dog tilts its head whenever it's confused? That's basically me whenever that scene happened, because it was just like a super realistic feel, a super realistic type of game, and then all of a sudden you have these demons chasing after you. And it was really weird because you could kind of like take your time with the levels, take your time with the puzzles, take your time with how you approach the gunfights and how you approach the enemies. Yet all of a sudden they throw you in a level with these demons chasing you constantly, and you need to be like, go, 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 go. Which, again, I don't necessarily mind, but it was just a completely weird change of tone, change of gameplay, which was just like so out of the blue, and they just shoved it down your throat. So the storyline, I also kind of wish they had kept the characters a bit longer and kept the characters a bit more memorable. Obviously, you're going to remember Nathan Drake, you're going to remember Eleanor, I believe her name is, and you're going to remember Sully. But like the enemies, I can't even remember their names because they didn't really put much of an impact on them. The first guy, I believe he was like Mexican or something. I want to say his name is Eddie. Don't quote me on that. But he seemed like the main enemy in the game, and then all of a sudden he's with you. He got kicked out from the main boss, and then he's with you fighting those demons whenever you first find them, and then all of a sudden he just kind of is killed off. I kind of wish they kind of kept Eddie alive for a bit longer and then maybe killed him off, because it would have been interesting if Nathan and Eddie worked together. Since Eddie didn't have anything to work for with the main boss, since he wasn't getting the treasure, they could have made that into him getting revenge. It would have been weird, but again, that would have been another interesting plot twist. But instead, immediately once Nathan Drake and Eddie kind of worked together to protect themselves from the demons, as I'm calling them, I felt like they just killed Eddie off too quickly. And I was also confused by the main boss, the older guy, um, how he had so much power. I felt like they didn't really do a good job explaining that. I was really confused why he was in charge, yet he seemed like he was doing nothing to contribute to find the treasure. And then you also had the guy who basically killed the main boss by having him look inside oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it, the cursed treasure, where he himself turned into a demon. So you basically had three enemies that didn't play that impactful of a role, and then all of a sudden died. Like the last guy that you ended up killing in the final boss battle or final level is a guy that like you barely knew anything about, was barely mentioned or barely brought up. It just was really really weird how instantly they killed off three villains, and the fact that you didn't really get to know any of them. So I thought that was very, very strange, and I kind of would have liked to know more backstory on the enemies. And I also felt like they could have done a really interesting plot twist if Eddie and Nathan worked together. And I felt like it would have been more entertaining and more interesting. Um, but that's just my opinion. Overall, though, I would give this game like a 7 out of 10. I felt like it could have been a bit better storyline wise. I predict that 2, 3, and 4 are going to be way better just because I've heard better things about it. But also, generally the first games aren't as good because they may be low budget or something. I predict this was low budget because I remember there was a level in the church where you fought enemies, and then you needed to go to the church again. I think you were at the church like 2 or 3 times for 3 separate levels. So I thought that was weird. Anyways, though, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed this type of video. Please leave a like if you guys would like me to do these types of videos again for other platinum trophies I've earned, if I decide to continue earning platinum trophies. And yeah, thank you all so much, and I will see you later.